Today, I'm going to do something that makes Italian grandmothers everywhere cry. I'm going to teach you how to clean your moka pot. There is a debate as to whether or not you should clean your moka pot. There are some of those in the old school that think that you should just leave whatever coffee remains on there over the weeks and months and years and acquire a nice patina of old coffee product to enhance the flavor. I don't know what other cooking device you would want to leave behind bits of food on for the next time that you use it to cook. You have little deposits of oils and coffee that eventually do turn rancid. So you do want to clean these things out every once in a while. If you check with the manufacturer, one thing they do recommend, which I actually very much do stand by, is don't put your moka pot in the dishwasher. This is probably the basis for why people think that you shouldn't clean a moka pot at all. If you put the moka pot in the dishwasher, you'll discover that it can wear off a nice protective layer that kind of covers the aluminum. The finish gets dull. And the other thing is that the aluminum actually then leaches out into the coffee afterwards. I have a video about that. And if you've put your moka pot in the dishwasher, whether or not you can ever use it again, I'll include a link to that here. Now, Bialetti, the manufacturer of moka pots, say on their website, you can rinse it with hot water and a paper towel. Yeah, I basically do that. I give a little rinse after each use. And they say don't use any soap, but you could use something like acetic acid or vinegar or baking soda. So their solution is you take your moka pot, you fill up the base, and you put in 2 teaspoons of vinegar. You run it through, and then you just clean off all the surfaces. So cleaning off all the surfaces seems very straightforward, but there's one little secret that you probably didn't know about. So case in point, I recently acquired, in addition to this, which I think is called the 9-cup model, according to no system of units that makes any sense for what a cup is, I recently acquired this, a little 3-cup model at an estate sale.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
Of course, I opened it up and it's got dirtiness on it, it's got a previous use on it, and I didn't want to be brewing coffee out of the remains of coffee stains and patina that were left behind by somebody else. That's you. Don't do that. So I thought I would give you guys a proper demo on how to clean these guys. So you've got your bottom chamber, you've got your top chamber, and you got your filter basket. Bialetti says the only thing you really need to do with the filter basket is just check to make sure all the holes are unobstructed. So shove a little pin in there, or maybe you want to put a toothpick in. Likewise for the basket underneath. Now, what you probably hadn't thought about is that you can get in here. So if you apply a toothpick or the little tong end of a fork, you get it in there. This has never been removed, so I'm gonna need a fork rather than a toothpick. Excuse me. Now, I'm a little hesitant to use metal against this little filter piece right here, but the toothpick really wasn't holding up, given that this thing has never been removed. Once you made progress on it, you can get the rest out by hand. Now, as you can see, this is a very old gasket, and it's therefore due for replacement. You don't really need to replace these gaskets that often. Their purpose is to make sure that you get a nice seal, like so. So as long as you've got a good airtight seal, you don't need to replace it. This one, however, was leaking, so as I was brewing, some of the coffee product was actually kind of squirting out sideways. And part of the reason for that is there's little caked on bits of coffee grinds there in the gasket. So if you wind up with a situation like that, you want to try to get those coffee grinds out if you can. Otherwise, just order a new gasket. This is a new gasket set. Make sure you get the right size. This is the 3-cup model. This is, I believe, the 9-cup model, and this is $8. Now, once we've done that, here's what we get. Look at that. Dirty, right? I bet you thought you'd never wind up going in one of these things. Yeah. And then, as per the recommendation of BLM, you can see that the holes are actually kind of clogged. So this bad boy really did need a proper cleaning before I should be using it. And that's really all there is to it. Now, I am less than optimistic about the results of this gasket. It looks very dirty and old, and it has little coffee grinds that have been embedded in it that I can't get out. The coffee grinds that belong to the previous owner. So I am going to replace this gasket, but for now I'm just going to show you how to put it back. So here's your upper chamber, which you've cleaned out so nicely. And then the first thing you do is you take your little filter here. Only 2 ways it can go. If you put it like this, that's wrong. You'll know because it's jiggling around. So you want to put it like this with a little hat up. Stays in place securely. And then you take your filter basket like this, and then you put it such that you're going to get a nice seal between the gasket and the tube here. Remember, the tube's going to come up from underneath. It's going to connect in like this. So that's what this indentation here is on the gasket. It's the upper part of this connecting tube and filter going into here. So like I said, all that really matters is that you're getting a good seal against your gasket. And the fact that we've got little coffee grinds that are in here are probably the reason I'm not getting a great seal. All the more reason to put an AeroPress filter in your brewing process to keep the little grinds out. I'll put a link to that video here. And you want to make sure this is dry before reassembling. And then you just shove it back into place. And thus, you have a cleaned moka pot. Just don't tell your Italian grandmother. So thanks for watching. Remember to stay coffee snobby.